And I said, well, why not reach out to some old friends, some folks that I've known. Now, of course, I did not know Theo. I'm a fan of Theo like you. I am a fan just like you. Theo's a bad man. So my dear and the longest friend, Mr. Joe Blunt, and you probably already know this. Joe and I have known each other all our lives since 7, 8 years old. And called him up and said, "What's going on?" Blah blah blah. And we had a little thing going on, Leonard Coleman and Blunt with Glenn Leonard, formerly of the Temptations as well, the tenor. And somewhere along the line, I had the need to call this fellow up there in St. Louis and get him locked in because the way this is where I look at it. And I know this is a long answer, but the way I look at it is this: like the Platters kind of changed the game. It was a doo-wop world, and the Platters came along and added a little bit more sophistication to the arrangements and to the lyrics. And that's kind of, that kind of thing. Heavenly shades of night are calling. It's twilight time. Out of the mist, your voice is calling. It's twilight time. When purple colored curtains mark the end of day, I'll hear you, my dear, at twilight time. Kind of more sophisticated kind of lyric kind of thing like that. The Drifters came along close to the same time, but they had that New York edge, that East Coast edge, that kind of thing. So they kind of took it to the next level, and the Temptations brought them all together, the sophistication and the edge, and so it was a progression, and that's why this sound, this Voices of Classic Soul sound works, because it's in the progression of the beginning of that process, if you understand what I'm saying. So music fits it. The songs don't bump. You think of a Platter song and a Drifter song and a Temp song and a Four Top song coming right after. You think it might bump a little bit, might be a little bumpy, but it's not. It's very, very smooth. One song melds into the other, and it's because of that progression of moving up the line and adding all the elements. That was a long answer, but that's what I got.
Don't ask him no more questions.
So when you got the group together, you really had a plan. You already saw this vision of how it could really gel together, and that's how you came up with the collective you got.
That's right, because I felt like it could gel. It was not, people were going, when I spoke about that, the concept, people were like, Platters, Temptations, they're both good groups, but can that music from the 50s and music from the 60s, 70s actually come together in the same show, without, like I say, without bumping, like, okay, what did they just do? But it's smooth. You never feel any kind of what place like it doesn't fit. Never, not no song, no matter which combination of songs we put together, they just fit.
Theo joined up with us. It kind of completed the package because we already had the Drifters Platters piece of it, but then he had the nerve to come in with two groups, and the Four Tops.
Okay, yeah. Two more Titans, to the.
So,
yep.
So I have a question about just the difference of Glenn to the difference of Theo, because obviously Glenn, he's singing Just My Imagination. So what's that like, switching from those songs to like the My Girls and the Ain't Too Proud to Beg? What's that different? And then also bringing in Four Top songs as well.
That was
a good question.
That is a really good question, because I asked myself that when I began to think about what I'm gonna do now.
Hey, where are we going with this one? Look. We're gonna take it to the next level. Look.
Yeah. But the thing that we have with Theo, based on the fact that he's such a great singer, is, first of all, he can sing anything, and secondly, you're not going to be concerned about what Glenn was singing, because he's killing what he's doing. You know what I mean? He came in here and he brought the fire to Ain't Too Proud to Beg. He brought fire to Can't Get Next to You. You know what I mean? He brought a smooth fire to My Girl. And it just, the same kind of a thing. You know, when you have great singers, Glenn Leonard being a great singer in his own right, when you have great singers and they come in, they find the place, the way to just fit to you know, vocally. You know, all they need is a little space to slide into what the space that was vacated, and they're gonna take it, and they're gonna do what they need to do.
Mhm.